Welcome back to another episode of I desperately need a haircut. So over Christmas, I decided to replay some Wii games that I used to play years ago when I was younger. Games like Rabbids Go Home, Donkey Kong Jet Race, which even back then I didn't really like that game and I'm still not too keen on it now. Fun fact of the day, depending on where you are in the world, Donkey Kong Jet Race might be called Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. But one of the games that I played is quite obscure. There's not too many videos about it on YouTube, there's no Wikipedia page for it. The page it has on the Nintendo fandom website is completely empty and I always felt like I was the only one who ever bought this game. It's called Squeeballs Party. It's a party game where you play different mini games including bowling, golf, shooting, cooking, and plenty more. I had more fun on it than I thought I would replaying it. There's a lot of crap that you can find on the Wii, a lot of shovelware, but this didn't feel like just another crappy Wii game. The mini games were pretty fun. There's loads of different challenges in each mini game to complete. I appreciate all the cutscenes as well that play just before you start a mini game. But one thing I didn't remember from playing this when I was younger is how disturbing this game can be. Squeeballs are these cute little toys. These are the main characters pretty much. And what do you do to these cute little fellas throughout the game? Well, you use them as bowling pins, you smack them with a tennis racket, you shred them, flatten them, chop them up and feed them to this thing. It doesn't stop there. In this minigame you have to shock them until the only thing left is their eyes. And for some reason when you do it successfully they all celebrate in the background like this could be you. In this minigame you have to inflate and burst as many as you possibly can in 30 seconds. If you hit something in the golf minigame they just splat everywhere. Yeah, it can be quite disturbing. But there is actually a reason we're destroying them. Squeeballs are toys and before they can be sold to people they need to be tested. Is blowing them up really necessary? Now as for the game itself, you start with a few mini games unlocked and in each one you have loads of challenges to complete which start out pretty easy but gradually get harder. For example, in 10-pin bowling it starts off with challenges like knock over 20 pins with 8 throws of the ball. But later on you'll be doing things like knock over the split pins in a single throw or knock all 10 pins down twice with 4 throws. After you complete a certain amount of challenges you'll unlock a new version of that mini game, so 10-pin bowling becomes crazy lanes. Instead of just doing the regular bowling motion, in this one you have to pull back the Wii remote and guide the bowling ball along a path. This includes harder challenges like collect stars and knock over a certain amount of pins in 1 or 2 attempts. Collect a certain amount of stars and get a strike in 1 attempt, stuff like that. Overall I'd say bowling was my favourite, Squibble Golf was alright. Some of the others include cannon, I don't know why I found this one so tough. One of the challenges required you to hit the Squeeble a certain distance and I just could not do it. Obviously I didn't know how to swing the Wii remote properly because I never made it past this stage and this is one of the earliest stages. I only attempted it for 5 minutes but still I was terrible at this. You've got the cooking mini game which I didn't care too much for this one. Shaking a Wii remote in various different ways wasn't very entertaining and again kind of disturbing. Paint by Squeeballs is relatively easy. The objective is to paint the picture with the correct colours, usually within a time limit. Shock is a precision mini game where you need to hover the loop carefully to the other side. Didn't care for this one too much either, and I know that this is an actual real game, but I can't remember what the name is. In Stampede, you have to survive a wave of Squeeballs heading towards you by blowing them up. You can shoot the snowmen and icicles to help you out. There's a similar minigame that you unlock later on called Feeding Frenzy, where you have a wave of balls coming your way and you need to feed them the correct coloured Squeeball before they reach you. Scribble Golf was pretty fun. You have to fling the Squeeball over to another island. Sometimes you'll have to bounce it across the water and other times you'll need to take the wind into account. I got stuck on this level. I don't know how you're supposed to get over there, although I nearly made it on one of my attempts by complete accident. Other times I got extremely lucky and I barely just made it. And last but not least, you've got the inflating game. Sometimes you have to burst as many as you can, sometimes you have to inflate it without it popping, other times you'll need to let the air out and just guide it all the way over to a target. I think that's all of the ones that I've played so far. I don't think that's all of the mini games the game has to offer, but that's where I'm at right now. You know, I'm going to revisit this game from time to time and try and do more. I actually enjoyed some of these mini games. But my original point, the purpose of this video was to highlight how disturbing it can be. I don't give a shit if they're toys or not. These are living creatures and we're just blowing them up, grating them like a block of cheese while they're still alive, smacking them with tennis rackets. This is some extensive testing, don't you think? Or maybe, and this is just pure speculation, this is a theory, I'm not up to date on the Squeeballs lore, so I don't know whether or not this is true or not, but maybe they enjoy the pain, which is why they were laughing when their buddy got electrocuted, but the fact that they're so nervous to get electrocuted says otherwise. No! Again, not to date on the Scribbles lore. I don't know whether or not that theory is true. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know down below if you played this game. I expect a lot of you to have never even heard of it. I think I've seen one commentary video on YouTube about it, like someone playing it and talking over it. I genuinely wonder how many people ever bought this game. Oh, it looks like I missed out one mini game. This is in the manual of the game. It's called Squeeballs Testing Belt. This is the description of it. Squash them, slice them, pop them. Slam them, chop them, whack them. Maybe it's like a combination of all the mini games in one, because we've already chopped them, we've already sliced them, we've already fucking hit them and whacked them and slammed them and done every possible thing to test these guys out. I don't know what else you could do. You know what? If you guys really want a second video of me actually playing the game, I'll do a video where I actually play the game and try and unlock that final mode. Either way, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in my next video.